you've been playing with the pig.
Yep, it's the year of the pig.
I don't know, more, let's just say, without further ado, I blow my nose, it's too much cocaine that Johnny brought back from Colombia.
They had giant beards and yeah, they were very strange looking. They were very quite polite. Yeah, I found a ladyboy in China.
No!
Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm your guest, Radiotheartist. I'm in Alex's video. Today we're gonna talk about our experiences during the Chinese Spring Festival.
Just that one. I've tried 100 times and missed it every single time. So I thought we would talk about Chinese Spring Festival, what the good, the bad, and just some interesting stories. Yeah. So what is the best thing in the, how long have you been here now? 5 years?
Mostly, I'm local now.
Yeah, okay, there we go. You're a local if you've been here more than 5 years.
Pretty much. Know the dialects, all of them.
So what is the best thing that you like about Spring Festival here?
What I like the most, of course, like I guess anybody else, you get like money, right? They give you hongbaos. Especially like in my job, every year we have like a meeting and then like, hey, you get hongbaos. And that's good, especially when I travel. I can exchange it for other currency. So
that's how you can tell Johnny isn't married to anybody that's Chinese, because hongbaos become a horrible thing normally. At first, for Johnny, it seems great. Everybody gives you hongbaos and you're getting free money. But when you're actually married to somebody who has Chinese families, hongbaos go and hongbaos come. So when people are giving you hongbaos, that means you need to give them back at some point. So hongbaos are, for me, like a double-edged sword. No, thank you.
Oh, yeah. For you, yeah. For me, it's like, wow, and I don't have to give anyone back.
Oh, and also for your work, your school obviously seems to be nice. My school, you know, how much they gave us this year in hongbaos? I think I got 50 RMB.
What? I got 1,000. 500.
There we go.
I think a little less than that, maybe, but 1,000. But it was good. That was a lifesaver for me, especially when I traveled this year. Yeah, it's really, it helped me a lot.
Yeah, no, it's I mean, Spring Festival can be one of those things that basically, if you get it at the right time, I guess it can be brilliant because you can get to do stuff and everything. Kind of like, for me, one of the best things about this Spring Festival, like, this is really bizarre, is the best thing that I found this Spring Festival is because all of the people that are not locals go home. It was much easier when I'm out driving around the city to find a parking space.
Yeah, that's true.
Adult goals.
Because everybody's in another country, like where I was.
Yeah, because you either do two things. Chinese people will always go back to their hometown, unless they already live in their hometown. So big cities like Wenzhou clear out and get more empty, which is great for those periods. But then that also means that a lot of the businesses that are run by those people aren't open. So it's kind of like that feeling you get in America or England at Christmas time, right? I guess, because it's, Because I remember, I guess maybe this can go into the bad section. I don't say bad, but kind of like a dicey situation. Like when I first came to China, I made a mistake of not traveling out during Spring Festival. And so the only thing that was open was a KFC and like a convenience store. And literally I just... And big restaurants. Restaurants.
Because I was in a different city, so it was a little small. It was like a little smaller city. So they didn't have much big business. It was just small businesses and all of them shut down. So the thing that was open was a convenience store and a KFC. And I kid you not, that's all I ate.
Blimey. See, here, like, all of the restaurants are open because nobody eats at home. It's like, that's the difference, I suppose, compared to England, or America, is that you don't eat with your families at home, you eat with your families out at restaurants. Here's an interesting idea. So, describe Spring Festival in just one sentence.
Quiet.
I think Johnny must have been in another version of China.
Really?
For me, I would say it's like Christmas with fireworks. It's like if you got bonfire night and Christmas and they had a baby, it would be like that. Because
you always have I don't have any of that. Only because
you guys want to see quiet? I'll stick some clips up now.
It's like,
When it turned, I think this year was crazy. When we went out to the river, and it was the first time I took my son out because he loves fireworks.
Yeah.
And he spent the whole evening before we went out, because we went for a meal at my wife's parents' house and had like dinner there.
Yeah.
A few dinner and a few drinks, and he just wouldn't sit at the table. He kept running from one side to the other side to the other side, going, "Look at the fireworks! Look at the fireworks!" Because there was loads of fireworks going off throughout the evening.
Yeah.
And you know, it sounds like when you see like war zones on the TV, and you can hear like bangs in the distance and then closer. And this way, it's like that the whole night. So then we thought we'd go out and we'd take him out to see some actual fireworks. He had holding his hands over his ears just in case it was loud, but he didn't like actually being out with like too close to the fireworks, but he loved being in a car, and then you could still get the banging, but it kind of had toned it all down, and he had an amazing time. But when it hit actual 12 o'clock, they were literally letting off, I think it must have been millions and millions of RMBs worth of fireworks that went off within a 20-minute period, because it was just continual. I had to run back into the car because I was getting hit by things which felt like something this size hit me right in the arm coming down from out the sky, and there was just fireworks going off everywhere.
It's like World War III now.
Pretty much. I mean, I love fireworks. But
Call of Duty.
I mean, like there was last year. Remember last year?
Oh yeah.
I took Jonny out here and I bought a bunch of fireworks that were like the firecrackers. I've still got the footage somewhere if I can find it. But yeah, we went out and we let fireworks off. I think it was like a 9-meter roll, right? It cost like something ridiculously cheap, like about £4 or £5. It was like 50 RMB. I don't know what's that in dollars, because whenever I make videos and I'm always like, it's like this many pounds, but I don't know what.
Maybe like $5, maybe $5-6.
Right, $5-6 for my American viewers then.
USA.
It was cheap. It was cheap for that, but damn, they were loud, right?
Yeah, they were loud. They were
like Chinese fireworks aren't really the most safe sometimes. They're like those firecrackers literally a lot of the time start as soon as you light it. There's no like intermittent period where it goes to it. It just goes spore and it's gone, right? But I guess if it's different if you're somebody who's married with a Chinese family, someone who's not, because like for me, Chinese New Year, apart from this one where it's slightly more toned down, we had less meals. It's just meal, drink a hell of a lot. Meal, drink a hell of a lot. Meal, drink a hell of a lot. Sometimes lunchtime, sometimes evening. Yeah. But it's just a rinse and repeat situation, and you'll just continually have this cycle. Yeah. But for, I guess, your average, like you're unmarried into a Chinese family, foreigner, it can be quite quiet, right? If you're just here in...
Yeah, or you're just not in China.
Or you're just not in China, because that's the other heartbreaking thing for me, is I just watch all of my foreign friends here, and they're posting like sick pictures of Thailand, of like...
skiing in the snow.
Yeah, just everywhere. And then...
mountain climbing.
All sorts of stuff. But,
hiking up a building.
Like, usually for me, what I have to do is I have to... Even one year, me and my wife went to South Africa for like 2 or 3 weeks. But we had to wait until after the actual New Year's celebrations. So we did New Year's Eve here and New Year's Day, or New Year's Day and then the day after maybe, and then we went to South Africa. So it was like, it's a bit different. Like they value family here a lot. So you're kind of, it's like socially expected. Yeah. Like you don't, not everybody does, I guess. But
most the interesting part about that, even like my coworkers, or Chinese of course, they kind of like resent that. They're like, oh, I gotta be with my family. Ugh. Yeah, loads of people. But, like, I actually quite enjoy the fireworks and like the family stuff. But they're like, oh, I gotta be with my grandma. I gotta, you know. You know, some kind of like, I don't want to. I'd rather be in Thailand. I'd rather be doing this. But then you do have some people who are very excited and enjoy being with their families and enjoy, like you said, you enjoy being.
I guess it's the same as Christmas, right?
Yeah,
you
same.
get the same
Same
vibe big in England.
Yeah,
Sometimes people
yeah.
get bothered with the Christmas songs or this, that. But me, it's always kind of the same. But I wanted to ask you if you've got any like weird stories, like strange things which have happened at Chinese New Year.
I told you this story, but I will tell you guys because you've never heard this story before. Never. Once upon a time in a faraway land, I was in another city before I came to Wenzhou. I'm not gonna pronounce the name because it's just like
Chinese is terrible.
Yeah, bu hao. So I was working at the school, and this lady invited me to hang out with her and her son for, I think it was spring, like Chinese New Year's Eve or Chinese New Year's Day. I don't remember exactly. And at the time, I didn't have any friends. I didn't know anybody, so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, cool. I mean, it's cool to hang out, make new friends, get to know about Chinese culture. There's no harm in that. So I hung out with them, had dinner. Everything was great. Had a wonderful time. She showed me around the city and taught me a lot of things about like Chinese tradition, Chinese food, what they do on the holidays. So I went back home to my apartment, and then like maybe 2 hours later, I get a message from her. I was like, hey, you seem like a nice guy. You have great qualities. I appreciate hanging out with you. Here's my daughter. Or stepdaughter, I think.
She is.
Yeah. Here,
in a
here,
bag.
here it is. Yeah, in a bag. Yeah, in a package. Yeah,
she packaged it.
Yeah, FedExed. And she sent me her WeChat information. Said, hey, you guys should hit it off pretty well. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Like, yeah, you should date my stepdaughter. You're a good candidate. And I was like,
so did you?
No, I didn't. Well, what happened is...
Sounds like you missed an opportunity there, my friend.
Well, what happened is that before I left that city to come work in Wenzhou, I was going to meet her. We were planning to meet. I mean, she looked really nice. We talked, we chatted, we video chat, and she seemed like a nice person. But I didn't have time to like the last minute, and then I had to move.
You still have a contact? We can video chat her right now. Live on camera.
Yeah. Well, she married like a year later. She found some random guy and like married. That's normal in China. Like, ain't too much.
Some random guy.
Really, just random.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You'll do.
No,
play that one.
That does happen.
It does happen. It's like that's the funny thing that we can end on here is the fact that sometimes because people don't like going home to their families at New Year's, one of the reasons why, other than it's just like the same old thing every year, is that the family, if you're not married or you're not dating, will always ask them like, come on, when are you going to find a boyfriend? When are you going to get married? When are you going to provide kids? It's all focused on that. So lots of times now you see these services. I've never seen them like actually like...
I know
you see all these reports written on it, and it's like where people sell fake boyfriend or girlfriend services so that you can rent them to go home with you for the holidays and like basically fake it to your parents so that they don't get off your back. So that that's something you just don't find anywhere else.
I will say this because I'm also gonna continue with that part. Not that it was a fake boyfriend or anything, but I had a Chinese girlfriend for like 2.5 years, 3 years actually, technically. And she didn't want to go home because her parents had a boy waiting for her at their house. Like she came to stay with me because first of all, she was dating me and she never told her parents, which is typical. She never told her parents that she was dating me, which was part of the complication with our relationship. But and she didn't like the boy because for some reason she just didn't like the boy and she wanted to be with me. So that happens a lot. Like sometimes during Spring Festival, sometimes a parent will like bring a boy to the house and say, hey, we met this guy across the street. He's a nice guy. He works at a bakery, or in this case, he was a taxi driver. Well, her parents didn't really have high regards to what kind of men she like.
Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. We just thought we'd share some of our own experiences. Maybe if you're a foreigner in China, you could share your experiences in the comments down below. Be cool to hear from you guys. Comments are always welcome. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.